So, if you're at all awake, it's probably clear to you that we're heading into a period in which we will probably be experiencing even greater disruption in our lives than we have so far in the last few years, right? There is so much upheaval going on in the world, it's hard to keep track of it all. But even if you're just kind of keeping up with all the details, you can't help but realize that it seems to be increasing. Now, as always, it's hard to predict exactly when the full force of the chaos will hit the planet. You've probably heard about all sorts of things that might begin happening any day now. Things that could either be very exciting or rather frightening, depending on your point of view. But either way, for many people in the world, the events that are being predicted and seem inevitable are ones that could cause great anxiety, confusion, and grief. Now, you may be someone who's kind of excited that the truth about what has actually been happening to humanity will finally be coming out at last, even in the mainstream news. It sounds like it's probably going to be coming out slowly over the next months. In fact, it's even kind of started already. And perhaps you've been waiting for years for this kind of disclosure to occur. You want the truth to come out. You know it has to if we're ever going to begin creating the new earth that we all yearn for. But perhaps you're also somehow feeling anxious or oddly restless. Maybe you're experiencing uncomfortable, chaotic energies that seem to be flickering around in the collective. You sense that these intense times of change and upheaval we're about to enter into are like ones we've never known before. In fact, it's being predicted by many different sources now that we may soon have to go through periods of time experiencing the deprivation of certain foods, comforts, and necessities we've always taken for granted. And if you're honest with yourself, you're maybe not quite ready for any of this, even if you've diligently stored away some food and water and medications you may need. But if so, there is something really simple I want to share with you. Something you can do to experience a greater sense of calm and empowerment through these times ahead. It's also something you can do to step more firmly and confidently, not only into easeful survival, but also into your role as a light worker on the planet during these tumultuous transitional times. And it is this. Just tune into yourself for a moment. Take a deep breath and relax your body and just drop into the silence within you. And now, very simply, feel into the highest version of yourself, the one in which you are your most powerful and calm and confident. You know this self. You've been this version of yourself at times. Just tune in. You'll see it's right there in your awareness. This version of yourself is also the one that is most at peace, the most loving, and the most spiritually awake. It's the you in which you experience love and appreciation for yourself. You feel no fear, no anxiety, no hesitation, no self-judgment. You're just there, feeling a confidence that you can achieve whatever you need to in the moment. You have felt this before. It's right there. Just go into it. And feel the power of this self and how steady and strong it is. And now, see if you can just fully step into it. Be this self. Feel how it feels to be this highest version of yourself. and become aware of the particular strengths that you happen to have, the abilities that you know you have, the gifts you're aware of. You might never talk about these to other people, but you know you have them. Perhaps you have natural healing gifts that show up from time to time. Or maybe you can tune into other realities at times. You sense the presence of beings or energies that other people don't. Or maybe you sometimes accurately see or sense the future, like what's just about to happen right before it does. Or maybe you know exactly what people need and you can give it to them. What are your gifts and abilities that are like this? You know the ones you have, and maybe the ones that are now just beginning to open up as your DNA continues to activate during these times. Now, tune into the valuable sensitivities you have and how deep the love in your heart is. Be aware of your wisdom and your profound compassion for people. You may take all these aspects of yourself for granted, but they are extremely important for what you're here to do. See if you can experience how inherently powerful you are, whether you're often aware of this or not. As this highest version of yourself, you have immense power to create the reality you wish to see and live in. You just may not fully realize this yet. You know, this version of yourself is the one who understands so well what is wrong with the world. You've probably always kind of felt it, even if you couldn't express it so well in your earlier years. You've always known about love and about honoring and valuing other people. You've known about justice and fairness. And maybe you've always been confused as to why war and violence have seemed necessary in the world. In a way, maybe you never felt totally at home here. And yet, this highest version of yourself would be at home anywhere. Its home is the universe. And it's the one who knows that you are here now on Earth to assist humanity into awakening to the truth and ascending into a much higher dimension of reality. In a way, this highest version of yourself could be seen as your higher self, the one that has guided you throughout your life. But be aware that this self is now no longer existing somewhere in some other higher dimension that you can only vaguely contact at times. This self is now becoming embodied within you. It is anchoring inside your body at this point, so you can begin to live your life through it as you continue on in your life now. See if you can feel the shift inside you, this larger, more awakened self settling down more and more inside your body. When you become fully anchored within this self, you will realize there's no more self-doubt, there's no more confusion, no more self-judgment or great fear. There's confidence and strength and stability. You know you can accomplish whatever it is you are here to do. So think about it. What would it be like if you were to actually begin living your life from within this new self? Feel into this for a moment. Ask yourself if there is anything going on in your life that you would no longer be able to tolerate. Is there maybe a relationship in which you don't feel fully respected or valued? Would you need to do something about that? Or perhaps there's a situation that's no longer right for you to be in. Would you maybe want to change your work or your lifestyle in some way? As this highest vibrational you, what changes might you want to make in your life? In the days to come, see if you can continue to focus on this highest version of yourself. Be aware of your power as this self to hold steady as the world begins facing the increasing storms that lie ahead. See how it will enhance your ability to flow with any upset or confusion that comes your way. Feel how you can meet challenges with strength and trust, confident you will know what to do, what to say, all in right timing, because you will. And know that even if at times you lose your focus on being this highest version of yourself, you will still be guided by it. Trust this and know truly that you are safe. You were born for these times, and you will not only make it through them, you will achieve what you came to do. As I say, this is all really important because it seems inevitable that the aspect of humanity that has been asleep to the criminal control and manipulation that's been occurring for a long, long time is going to soon begin experiencing a shocking awakening. Unfortunately, the events causing the shock are essential in preparation for our eventual shift into 5D. But do keep focused on the fact that you are here to assist in this transformation, and know that you have everything you need inside you to do this. At this point, simply your presence on the planet is assisting in this transformation, just your presence. But as time goes on, much more will likely be demanded of you. And know that you will be able to do it. As a light worker, you're going to be pulled into the huge changes that will be taking place on the planet. And there are going to be decisions you'll have to make. You'll begin to truly realize that these are the times you are here for. You will likely discover that light work is no longer a kind of part-time job for you, something you can pay attention to here and there when you have time. It's going to become more of a full-time job. The shocking truth about what has been going on in the world, both in the last few years, but also actually for hundreds and even thousands of years, is at some point going to start coming out. And once the truth really emerges, it's going to be evident that so much of what we've believed to be true has been based on lies. We will be seeing that humanity has been submitted to mind-boggling manipulation, oppression, and control, which can even be seen as a type of slavery. We're going to find out finally that institutions we've always trusted to be there for our benefit have actually been designed to make us dependent, weak, ill, and fearful. Among other things, we're going to find out, even eventually from the mainstream news, about the lies we've been told about the pandemic and that thing that was supposed to prevent it, that thing that has ruined people's lives and caused countless injuries and deaths. When these truths finally begin trickling out, many people all around you will likely be freaking out. And whether you're aware of it now or not, a part of your lightworker mission is going to be one in which you will be there for these people to assist them as they take in the lies they have believed in, and to handle all that will be collapsing around them and inside of themselves. You will truly become a spiritual warrior. Now, you may not think you're equipped to do this kind of work, but let me tell you, if you're relating to what I've been saying so far, you will be surprised. You are well equipped to do it. All of your abilities and gifts will be used, and new ones you never knew you had will automatically come on board. You will find yourself amazed at the wisdom that flows from your mouth, at the knowledge you somehow know that will be helpful in the moment when it is needed. The highest version of yourself will be right there for you to step into and act from. In fact, you will probably see that you have been prepared for these times and this mission all throughout your life. Everything you've ever experienced has been in preparation for this. You'll see at some point that every relationship you've been in, every place you have lived or traveled to, every job or career you've had, every spiritual teaching you have followed, all has prepared you in some way for what you will be called to do. There has been purpose for everything you've ever experienced, and you will probably find that in some part of you, you've always known this. As you begin engaging in all of this activity, that will be when you will be starting to create the new earth in earnest. You will feel yourself connected to the huge network of lightworkers all across the world who are also being more fully awakened and activated at this time. And you'll feel the sense of strength and power of your new earth family who are stepping up to create a whole new awakened society. This is going to be happening. You will realize you are one of what's been called the new humans, here to transform the earth and help lift all of humanity who are ready to make the shift into the new reality known as the fifth dimension. So, as difficult as it may get in the coming months, know that all you really have to do is just keep moving forward one day at a time. Remember to focus on the highest version you know of yourself. Feel your power and confidence. And remember, you are being guided now like never before. There are no coincidences, no serious mistakes that can't be turned around very quickly. Everything you are experiencing has a purpose, preparing you for what is to come. So trust this, and all will be well. I send you much love and many blessings in the days to come.